Right guys, it's been a while. So what we're going to do today is just going to do some back testing on the past week of Euro USD. I'm going to try and do a mini self challenge, which is flipping a £1,000 account into however much it can go up to. And I'm really trying to calculate how much I can risk at any one time with this trading strategy, which I'm currently using for scalping. And all what I'm doing is I'm going from zone to zone. So just like my usual method, zone to zone. The only rules really are that the M15 needs to be trending. So it needs to be, heading towards boss. And all I'm doing is waiting for price to come back to a previous order block where there's imbalance, and then enter on the 1 minute on a rejection candle and feed it either to a 1 minute swing or to the M15 next area. Okay, so really, really simple. Mathematically, it smashes the charts. It's the best strategy out there, I think. And I'm just gonna see through simulation testing just how successful it can be. So let's get stuck in with this. I haven't done this in quite a while, in a few months, so let's just get going. Going to go back to a week ago. So first up, I've just got to mark out on here the market direction, so boss and chock. It's just to be, a little bit helpful. Sometimes you can go against the trend if it really makes sense to. But I'm just going to mark out at the moment. So we want to be targeting boss if we can, ideally. So this is a prime example of what I would be looking for on the live charts. This is an order block right here. It's the last opposite candle. I would typically, in live trading, set my alert right there. So I'd set an alert right on that. And I would wait for a 1 minute candle rejection off of here. And because of that, my stop loss is 1 pip. So it just automatically goes on by the broker. So stop loss is 1 pip. And, the target would be basically the next imbalance down. But you can see the size of the risk reward ratio. See, it's 9.5. Sometimes it's, if it's just going to be a 1 minute swing, if it makes more sense, then I would do that. If it looks like the market is really starting to reverse. But I've put together a spreadsheet right here, really simple, really basic. So I'm going to fill this out once I've completed this. But, I might add more columns to it as well. But I just want to try and gather the data correctly. And I'll also put in some for the actual the numbers behind it as well. So yeah, let's just get stuck in. The beauty of it is that we can just jump around on the M15, relatively simple, and then slow it down when we get to the order blocks. Obviously this is going to be spread hours, so you won't be taking any trades here, even if they do come up. So yeah, this is still available, but it's technically counter trend. I'll probably still take the trade if it, oh, there we go. So looking at that, it literally just touched it, and the obvious take profit. Okay, so here's a prime example. Let's go back. So boss and chock had flipped. Okay, so boss was working its way up to there, and chock would be down here. But the thing is that this is still left behind, and it's a downward trending market. And like I said, the next area of sort of imbalance is down here on the M15. So the market tends to refill the imbalances. So if you got into a trade up here, so let's say it's up there, your take profit would be there. So you'd have hit, if there was an entry here, which there might not have been. So I'm just going to drop down to the 1 minute and take a look. So rejection candle, it only just touched the area, but that blue candle would be kind of perfect for the entry. So it would be the very next candle right there, and you'd have stayed in that trade. So yeah, you may say, oh, that's hindsight, that's bullshit, but you got to practice. You got to practice to get better. So that would be a trade 8.4, and the time 11:30 on a Sunday night. With that, I want to try and figure out, because I do want to sleep at night, obviously, but generally speaking, yeah, you just got to wake up when your alerts go off. or you can just trade during the day when it suits you. But just shows why it's essential that you shouldn't move your stop loss as well, because that would have come up and hurt you. But the time in that trade would have been 1 hour and 29 minutes to get 8 point something R. So really not bad, and that would be a good start to the week. So using all the leverage and the margin on my account, I can risk about 2.88% of my account. So that would be what, 8.4 times, call it 3 at the moment, about 25% on the account. So a 25% account gain. And for every loss, just so you're aware, because of the commissions that you'd pay, because you're trying to maximize everything, and the spreads, if there are any spreads, there aren't with my account, but with commissions, it would be the equivalent of -2. So, if I'm risking, call it 3%, it would be basically a -6% on the account for every loss. So just factor that in as you're back testing. And at the moment, just so you're aware, there's no order blocks available here. Technically, boss is now up, so we could be looking towards this or that, or even up here. So I'm just going to mark these out because they're still relevant. And I'm just going to put this on extend right, and I'll put this on slightly darker so we can see it better. Now, the method with this trading is we're not using pending orders. Yeah, I'll probably say there and there. Not using pending orders, possibly even that one, because you are waiting for an entry signal, which is a reverse candle. All right, so when I say a reverse candle, I mean like a rejection candle. So we're heading back down again, which means we just need to mark out the order blocks. Quite often just the opposite candles with rejections. Technically there's one, well, it's not really a great one, but that one makes sense. What did I just say? Okay, so we'll drop to the 1 minute. Did that break? So just checking the lows, 7821, and that is 7821. So not a break at the low. Strong chance for a reversal, but there's liquidity underneath here now. So, oh right, didn't see that. Should have paid attention to that. Yeah, possible reverse point. Drop to the 1 minute, look for an entry signal. Ideally, we get a break at a halfway point, but you don't have to. That looks fairly decent. So in on the next candle. You can get a couple of losses in a row, by the way, so just bear that in mind. So first take profit would obviously be down here. Second one would be not just here, but it would be the next M15, which has imbalance. Just because it's looking to refill that liquidity off the order blocks. So that one will be a stop out straight away. So taken out of that one. What time is it? 6:20. So that looks like a reversal candle. So first take profit, I'll probably do the imbalance of that, 6.2. Second take profit down there, 11.3, and then there'll be a third take profit somewhere a little bit lower. But let's see if we even get any of them. Not looking likely. No. So another -2. Should have said there potentially. Right, switch back to the 15. Okay, so there's 2 losses there, so I'm just going to write one here. What was that? 8.4. Okay, and then we had this one we've rebalanced now, so it's not particularly strong. See, so straight through. Even if we drop down to the 1 minute, it's probably no entries. No entries, so. Oh, I can turn around boss and trot now, I think. Yep. So we switch direction again. So we are looking for longs. We've got an imbalance here, but it's not an order block. That one can come off. Just keep the charts relatively tidy. And then we have, yeah, potentially just down there, but I doubt we would make it back down to this. Really, it should be opposite candles. So yeah, you wouldn't be taking this because it's counter trend, but let's just check the 1 minute. No reversal candles. If you'd got overexcited, you'd probably enter after that blue candle there, but it's, you shouldn't trade counter trend with this. Looks like it would work actually, but nah, it doesn't. See. So don't trade counter trend. All right, so not the best, but this is an opposite candle. So if we can get a pull back to here, we'll drop down to the 1 minute and try and get an entry. So we're looking for like a white reversal. Not super strong, but potentially one here. But there's also a decent order block further down on the 1 minute. So there. So I'd quite happily get in straight after that candle right there. But yeah, just doing practice for myself because this week I'm going to try to flip an account. Personal account, not a prop firm account, just a personal account. So let's see what we can do. All right, so that wasn't the best. It's a -1. There we go. So we got a tap in. Can we do it again? I did a back test, going back 2 weeks ago, and yeah, within 10 trades, but I was using a 5% risk, but it was 10 grand into 62. And I'd been trading fine as well during the week, but it's the weekend. I want to get some practice in. The thing is, you just don't want to be hesitating. Like, even though we're on 4 losses in a row with this, like, you still just need to get stuck in and keep on trading. Like, so that'll be -8 R, and we just gained what, +8 over with that first trade. So we'd be back to break even, which would be a little bit sucky, but it's only 9:30 in the morning on Monday. And that's if you'd have taken, 2 of those trades at least. Those two, 6 in the morning. Would you have taken that at 11:30? It's down to discipline. 11:30 in the UK is only what, 7:30 to like 3:30 in America, so maybe. Right, so back to the 15. Broken through that area. I'll just get rid of that. So we came up and rebalanced that straight away. It wouldn't be where I was looking to get an entry from, but it's just interesting to see that the market may well be dropping now. And then there was this dubious one where I'm not really sure about. Oh, I can keep moving this up. I was going to say there's kind of like an obvious spot. So if there was a 1 minute here, actually, let's go back to the 15. You know what, it came up to that bit, which I mentioned before. So let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, so there was an entry here. Start the next candle. First TP, 1 minute. Okay, so TP1 would be done. TP2 looks obvious. TP3 looks like it's all the way up there. So TP1 would be hit. TP2 is now that target there. Basically, you divide up the TPs, so later on when you're looking at the results, you can decide whether or not you're going to be taking partials at each TP. I try not to. Yes, it grows your account gradually, but personally I think it stunts your account growth. If you have the discipline or the balls to be able to just hold the trades, because obviously when you get into, you know, plus 5R and you're risking 3% of your account, it's, you know, plus 15, and you look at the money side of it and you think, Jesus, I might need to tap out here because it's 10 minutes in and I'm up, you know, $1,000 or so. It's like, okay. It's just different people have different thresholds, really. Whoa, you'd be sad there. So TP1 and TP2. Could argue that there was one here, but there were no entries. So the point which I was looking at just then was this blue candle. It's not an order block, but it was just interesting to see. Oh, and it had been rebalanced, so no, you wouldn't be looking at that. Just at a glance, it looked like a potential entry. Don't move your stops. Basically, don't move your stops. Look how deep that came back down. Came down to this sort of condensed area. Then all of this messing around for a couple of hours. Like it's just a heart attack waiting to happen. Yeah, so TP1 and TP2 will be hit. So I'll go back to there. Let's get that exact. 9.5. I'll move that in a bit. And I think, were there 2 losses there? Or was it just 1? I thought it was 2. 3? Oh no, 2. Back to the 15. So we bossed up, chop came there. We've chopped down. I forget to move these. I don't use them on my own charts. I use them for demonstration purposes, but my charts are basically empty. We've now got an order block there. So right here. And we've got a second one, a very small one right here. So notice how I've got an imbalance detector on, just makes it that little bit easier to spot everything. So obviously you drop down to the 1 minute when your alert goes off. It's not the strongest, but that is kind of a reversal candle. I don't want to be selective over things because I'll do that in the results check-in. So I'm not precious on what wins and what loses. So this was the order block, which wasn't great. Okay, so I'm just going to mark out -1 here. So the backtesting that I did 2 weeks ago, I had, I think it was like 6 winners and 4 losers. This is very, very different result pending, so we'll see. I'll get back to 15, it'll be faster. So that's a changeover at night. Yep, spread hours. So we got another boss down there. Just ignore that. There we go. So if we get rid of that and try and spot where the order blocks might be. So that imbalance got done. There's one there which isn't strong. That is an order block, and we still have that one up above as well. However, Chalk's moved to here. So we're now into the second day, and we've got consumer confidence. So whatever trade we get into, we want to get out before that happens. So we'll check the 1 minute here. Did we get a reversal candle? No. Possibly the end of this blue one, but it's just exiting the zone. So I don't know how to categorize that if I was to take it. I don't think I would in real life. Maybe I should. It's coming out of the zone. I'll mark it up because then I've got more data to go by. So that's like the exit. And that order block as well though. It was literally just a rebalance. Okay, so TP1 is going to be down here really. But we don't have long in the trade. Got another 2 candles. I'd be fucking crying. Look at that. There's the imbalance on the M1. Would you have even got the M1 swing? Just. Don't know if you'd have actually been triggered into taking a win there. Then you'd have to exit the trade just before this. So let's keep going. Wow. -1. That sucks a bit. But yeah, this is just the reality of trading. Got to put in the practice hours before you get good. And it's been a while since I've been able to live trade, having been locked out of all of my fucking accounts the last couple of months. Oh yeah, that was a news candle, so that's now gone. Boss has moved down. Chalk's moved to here. That went into there. No, I know it's the same sort of principle as that other one, but maybe I shouldn't because it looks a little bit like a stupid move. Yeah, wait for after the news to calm down, and then job openings about 20 pip move that is. So looks like this is going to take a while to do. So obviously to rebalance it's a huge area. So if you came down just for the rebalance, oh my days, I'm gonna have to go back just to see what happened. Oh, where is it? Which one was it? It was that one. Or was it? Yeah. So the rebalance is here. Just want to see whether or not taking the rebalance candle makes sense. What's happening to my internet? What size are these candles? Oh, it's only 3 pips. It looks massive, but it's not. And the time in the morning, it's 8:30, so that makes sense. So I'd say that there's an order block down here, which I think it may have reached. No, it didn't. It only came to that, but no way would I be looking at that in live trading thinking, oh, there's a good one. No, okay, interesting. Remember this, it's counter trend, so just bear that in mind. Jesus. That would have been an entry and a half. So 1, stop out. Maybe 2, stop out. 3, hit. That was counter trend. Wonder if I should be paying attention to the prevailing market. Anyway, it's not a missed entry because it doesn't fit the plan. And there's a little one there. But it's not a great order block. It's just a continuation. The entry will be right there, but no point. Get rid of that. So, oh my God, just move out of the way. Chalk is here technically, but that's one leg. So I wouldn't necessarily be paying attention to chalk until we got more price action. So I'd still be looking a short up here potentially, depending on what happens with price. Wow, where I said shouldn't bother with an entry there. So I'm just marking up the next zones. More news. Yep, the job openings. I said, what, 20 pips-ish? Yeah, almost exact. Quite easy to predict. So, close that out. We're just extending chop now. Boss down to here. Get rid of that. And we can try and get into a pullback into there, going short. Drop to the 1 minute. Not super strong. There. Ooh, gonna get stopped immediately. Yep. Wow. Those candles look huge. Yeah. It's been a while since the last trade. So it was what, Tuesday at 6 in the morning. Oh, it's Tuesday at 5 in the afternoon. Okay, so this would be the next order block and then that one. If we push up, which we might. No reversal candle. Oh my days, come on. Just think that's the leg, which I said I would be happy to take shorts from. Even though Boss and Chock are the wrong way round. I think in live trading, I'd take this one, but I'd get stopped. I think. Looks like a stop anyway. Yep. No, very close. So, obvious TP1 would be here. I would probably just take that, to be fair. We'll see what it does. Probably won't do anything. No, looks like it's going to continue up. Yep, stopped out. So was there a 1 minute swing that we could have taken? No, that's fairly surprising. Nearly spread hours, so you wouldn't be taking any trades around here. See? I was going to say right off of that, but you wouldn't risk your account. Because if that was the other way, that would be probably a blown account. Yeah, let's see what that was actually. Oh, it's only a 5 pip drop. Okay. Still, it'd be like 15% of your account. You'd be sulking. We got another -1. Did I mark that one? Oops. Oh, I can get rid of that now anyway. And that one. So we're continuing to boss up. All right, so slow moving these because I just don't use them. But it's just to demonstrate to you guys what direction the market's going in. Drop down to the 1 minute and see if there's better entry. No, there's 2 potential order blocks within this zone, so could have a couple of losses. And the reason why I'm still looking at this area is this leg. Like, if you look at the price pattern, strong drop, slow zigzag up, probably feed into this one and then drop because it makes sense for the liquidity to come up to the top bit, but that's still an imbalance. Yeah, still an imbalance there, so you know, still gotta be open to taking it. And a lot of this, once you get, you know, triggered with the alert going off, you just gotta sit and watch, and wait for a reversal candle. So I'll just see if there's any literally around here. The end of that on the structure, to be fair. Ooh. What time is this? Yeah, around midnight. And so that candle there. So I'll just explain this real quickly. Push up, that candle is an inside bar. Up, up, down, broken the structure of all of that. Don't know what OG stands for, but you'd be getting in right there. Starting next candle. 1 pip. So first TP really imbalance on the 1 minute, or the swing, whatever makes most sense, probably the imbalance. 4.7. And then on the M15, yeah, there we go. So it's the rebalance of the M15. So you would do that initially. Next one would likely be this one down here, 9.3. Then feed it down, go beyond that, probably down to this one. Let me mark these up because I haven't been doing so. They're only small. No, they don't look particularly amazing. They're not order blocks necessarily, they're just imbalances. There's another one there as well. I didn't spot them on the way up. I should be marking them up as I'm going through. There's absolutely tons here. Yeah, see. So I'm just going to drop to the 1 minute and see how price reacted once it got down to these. So don't move your stops. Oh, it came straight back to that one. So 127, you should be all right. This price came down, just crashed straight through this area. We rejected around here a few times. So okay, here's a counter trend trade, which you wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't recommend doing this because counter trends would get stopped out just a shit ton more. But the entry off of that candle, okay, a 1 pip stop, and you'd go to the imbalance of this candle there, right there within, what, a few minutes. Uh, 17 minutes, you'd take 4.6, but I'm really trying to make myself disciplined to not take counter trend trades, like regardless of how good they look. So once we'd got into this area, no trades. Once we got into this one, oh, which on the 1 minute is clear is not a zone to take, because we had that wick, which I don't think was visible on the M15 for some reason. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, didn't see that. Not exactly a reversal, kind of is. You'd feel like you've left the market there. No. See. Okay, so where did we reach? We reached that one anyway. Oh, we're not out yet, but it looks like we will be, yeah. So this one would have reached TP2, 9.3. Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't see that. Red news. Oh yeah. Okay, well, you'd be kicking out before you hit your stop loss anyway, because of the red news. What's all this stuff? Growth rate. More of it. Right, so you'd probably sit out the market for the next few hours, an inflation rate. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. Let the news finish its stuff. All right, cool. Now what is there? Let me just get rid of these. It's looking a little bit messy, I know. That one didn't need to go. And then with boss and chalk. It might be here. I think it's that. Just going to check the highs here. So 8261. Yes. All right, so boss is down. That's a potential reversal candle. Oh God, it looks horrible. Just look at the wicks. That looks hideous. That's probably just a 1 minute candle. Close to it. There's an order block in the top half. So you'd be interested to take this, possibly. Yeah, I'd be looking for something here. Depending on the time, yep. Oh yeah, probably that. Oh man, this looks like horrendous. 3.9 TP right there. Yeah, you'd even be scared to get through that, to be fair. Which looks like a 2. No, not even that. Let's just see if we get anything. Nope. No, get stopped quite quickly. So it would have only come to that one. This is where you'd have to have balls of steel. I don't want to be discretionary at all. There's another -1 there. This is a huge... What's that? I call it, yeah, 45 to... It's a 15 pip area. So that would be stopped out as well. So -2 on this area for the moment. Yeah, possibly there. Yeah. You just can't afford to shit your pants in these trades. Hang on, I swear I took this Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, and then I was stopped out again. This looks different. Maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was. Went and got a haircut around here. Okay, I got into one of these somewhere and it went straight into, it may have been that trade actually. Went straight into really decent profit and then poof, taken straight out within a couple of minutes. Might have been this one. But yeah, -3. Yeah, maybe it was that. Maybe I didn't get stopped out immediately, but my account went into like major profit. But I chickened out and I essentially moved my stop loss. So it's -3 there. Now, could they have been avoided by saying don't take the wick trade? Probably. I'll document that. Now what's above us? Looks like curve liquidity. Looks like we're going over here. It doesn't look like there's much left behind till we get over to here. Sorry, I wish you guys could see where my eyes are going because I look left on the chart quite a lot. So cursor's over here, but my eyes are over here. All right, that's probably enough for now. And as we're now trending up again, boss and chalk switch direction. So we only really care about the order blocks below us now. So I'd be looking at this as a rebalance. So if price came back in, even though it's a big order block again, or like, you know, a big block zone, rectangle zone. So So it's only just come into the area, but you'd take that. Oops. $9.9 as a first TP, TP2, 11. TP3 looks mental. Let's be realistic. Right, so that one would have hit. Well, we're being realistic in gathering the data, aren't we? So I'm not going to do it based on whether or not my balls are big enough in the middle of trades, because sometimes you do get a bit greedy. That one's 30. Yeah, right. And it's slowing down anyway, so see. Now boss would go to there, Chock would go below here. There, so that would have reached TP2. Why did I close that up? Is it there? Yeah. Let's make it exact. Yeah. So the market's now moving back down again. It really is probably the easiest trading strategy. It's quite simple. You're just looking for the opposite candles more than anything, which have imbalances. So it's not particularly intriguing, but just try and get the price to come into that. I also want to try and determine, is there a best time of day to trade? Really. So I don't have to be up literally all hours of the night, but I will do to flip an account. So that hit an order block quite nicely, but it's not a reversal candle. That one might, but really I prefer it when I come halfway into the order block. Let's see what happens anyway. Oh, I was going to say lots of floating around. It's the Asian session, isn't it? So yeah, let's come back up to that order block which I mentioned. Well, it's not an order block, sorry, just sort of a rejection candle. Yeah, there we go. So London sweep and reversal candle here. So next candle open is there. Sometimes you miss a fraction of a pip. You get a bit annoyed, but sometimes it goes in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. First TP, just rebalance this. Actually, the M15 rebalance might be that. So let's have a look. Yeah, M15 rebalance is just there, 3.8. And then probably this, because everything's been rebalanced. And then you go down to there initially, and then down there. So that's a hell of a drop. If it drops now, like, you'd be laughing. So maybe there, maybe here. If it even went. Oh, no. Okay, so it would have just reached TP1, really. What did I say there? The rebalance. $3.8, wasn't it? But that doesn't make sense. No. Okay. Well, 50 minutes in, and we are on Thursday. Let's see. Okay, so it certainly looks like we've left the station. There's an order block up here. I'm going to go from the base of that white candle. And there's now another sort of obvious area to rebalance from here. Might need to refine my rules slightly. I'll get that from putting in the results into the spreadsheet. Good God. That looks horrendous. Be the base of that one. TP1 is at 8. Oh, yeah. You just don't want to have any discrepancy when you're trading. And I think I've already had a bit of discrepancy while doing this. Did that work? Yeah, that worked. I'll just quickly tally these. Not right now, but I will do at the end. And we can figure out like a rough estimate. Right, it's gone past the halfway point. And it's gone a bit deeper, so start that candle. God, that just looks absolutely horrendous. So TP1 would be hit, TP2 is up here. Because boss is down here. Ah, you know what, it's a counter trend trade, isn't it? Wouldn't be taking these anyway. Yeah. Given that push, probably would. It would be the exception. But yeah, you'd be very careful. But you'd also be paying attention to that, thinking, well, we might just be pulling back for a push up. Again, I'll log the data. So we'd have hit that one, which is cool. And then the next one's all the way up there. So there's nothing really being left behind, apart from this. But that's just a rebalance. It's not an opposite candle. The opposite candle has been rebalanced, so yeah, whatever. What did I just say? I literally said about that area. Okay. That's worth logging. And I just realized all these news events. Yeah, you'd be getting out of the way. So this one may not have taken profit. Not the final profit anyway. Get out at least a couple of minutes before. So it'd be, that's the news event, about 9:58. You'd have got to there. It's about 12.7. And then news. It's getting a bit messy. Brain's getting a bit fatigued. It's not that difficult to do when you're live trading because you've got obviously a fair bit more time between the trades. Won't be taking that because of the spreads will be mad. And then that's the next day, NFP. Yeah. So just give it a little bit of time to figure out what it's doing. All right, so we did get into there. So I'm actually starting to think, does Boston Chalk even matter with this strategy? Because we're hitting the zones and we're getting the reactions that we want, but the Boston Chalk has just pissed me off more than anything. So we got a reversal candle there, so that would be a -1. unless you take profit TP1. So open there. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Wouldn't stand a chance, would you? Yeah, size of these candles, it's not reset yet from that. There's a second one here, which I don't think would have made it either. Oh, just. So there's a definite -1 there. So it's a rebalance right here, like nothing around till down here, which looks a little bit mental. Yeah, I'd have been intimidated by this, but obviously the market wasn't. So yeah, that would be the initial sort of TP1, TP2, because you can't really see anything. Maybe just there, then there, then here. Like you're just looking for significant areas, then probably down here. But that's only on the 1 minute. So that'd be a wick on the 15. Yep. Then probably literally all the way down there. But you wouldn't be holding 53.5 R. Well, maybe you could, you know, times 3. You know, if it's 3% of your account, you'd be looking at the money and closing up. You certainly would be shitting yourself on these pullbacks. Oh, sorry, I'm missing the M15 here. And the fact that there's such a clear order block left behind there. Now there's a possibility for this. Yes, it's an opposite candle. There could be a entry opportunity within. Oh my God, talk about a sideways market. Gonna jump to the 15. Looks like I'd get an entry over there, but just have a look at it. Sideways, just chop, yeah. That candle there. So for like an additional entry, if you miss that one, because you're trying to, or I'd be trying to max margin these trades, so I couldn't get into both of these at the same time. That's if I hadn't chopped out of that one already, which I may well have done. But the only drawback is that you can't take 2 trades at once when you're using full margin. So that'd be a -1. We just got to figure out which TP this one hits. Well, it's hit all of them, apart from, you know, the beast one. Oh my God, right. Chock's literally extended down, so technically we're still going up, which means that we could take a long off of this. But that means that it's going counter to this. So that one would be stopped out by now. So that had reached down here, hadn't it? Oh no, it didn't. It reached... Where did it reach where we could take profit? Can't remember now. Yeah, down there. That one, little 1 minute. That's the wicks on the 15. Let's just get that right. I need to log this one properly in the spreadsheet, because I don't think I'd have been holding that. I'd have probably taken profit somewhere around here at just like, 5R. What's that say? -1. Was that a stop out or was that a win? That was a win, plus 12.7. Just don't forget, every -1 is actually like a -2 on your actual account. Because of the commissions that you'd be paying if you're max margining. Oh, I didn't see that. My bad. So we had chopped down. I'd had these in the wrong direction. So yeah, we would have been looking for shorts. Okay, well that's fine, because we only took shorts. But I didn't see that. We actually had shock at the top. Right here. So chock. So we've now chopped back up, but not ignoring this. Okay, right. So chock would now be here, and boss would be kind of pushing up. Chock would be here. Okay. Wow, okay, that was a hell of a oversight. And there we are reacting from that zone up here, which was miles away, all the way over there. Look at that sell-off. Was there a chance to get in, or was that like midnight-ish? No. Possibly there, but I'd have been sulking. Especially if I stayed awake for it. Oh no. Just looked like it was too big. So yeah, rejection candle, the candle straight after. Doesn't look right. I thought those candles were way bigger than that. So first TP would be there, the rebalance on the M15, so 3.6, and then just after the swing, 5.9, and then down to this one, I would say, 14.3. And then there's another one down there, 27.1, and then all the way down here. So again, I forgot to mark these up as we're going. So really it's just zone to zone, so just take it there. 14 point, sorry, let's get that accurate. 14.3, that would have hit. Now if I can refine my entry, or entries, I'm pretty sure that I'd avoided some of these losses. Yeah, shit, we still got Friday to go. I thought we were at the end. Okay. We're definitely bossing down here. a rebalance there, but it's not an opposite candle. So it went all the way up to there. Okay. And this one would have hit the other, but just zone to zone. So yeah, that would have hit quite a beautiful 27. But again, chances are you won't hold that because you look at the monetary figure and think, oh, I need to get out. Because that's what I would do. That's what I did this week. Panicked when I saw major profits and just closed the trade. If I hadn't have done, I'd have been stopped out, so I was fairly lucky. Okay. We've got NFP coming up, so just be careful with these. I think I got into a trade on Friday as well, just before NFP. It was somewhere around here. Can't remember if it was a buy or a sell, but which one's NFP? That one. So it was about an hour before, but I was in and out within about 3 or 4 minutes. It was a quick, I think it was a quick reversal down. Might check my broker feed. Would have been here. But I got in and out and just cut the trade quickly. But I gained about, what would it have been? Just doing the quick maths in my head. About 15%, so about 5R within a few minutes. Just cut it at the first sign of reversal. So did I enter here? Would I have done? Yeah, it may have been. Because I put it into the group, is anybody in this trade? Anyway, that's a decent candle. So it's on the entry of that. And I think I just took it. No, I couldn't have been there because I went up into major profit. Maybe it was just there. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so I cut out around here because I remember that because I tried to re-enter here as well and got stopped out and there wasn't an entry to take. Just felt a bit stupid. So yeah, that was it. But I took profit about there when it started to reverse. I don't know why, completely chickened out. I know, because it went into quite a lot more profit from what I took out. So I probably jumped out here and then tried to re-enter and ended up with like just +2. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was it. So first TP, it's just the M1 swing. So yeah, I'm gonna log all of these properly and look at it in detail and see what I could have done differently. Now I'm gonna re-backtest it with the new entry criteria and the new rules and go with that. So get NFP out of the way. So no trades in any of these. I was going to say right now. There's a lot of like crossover candles. Like these are just mumblings to myself, but there are a lot of crossover candles which can work a bit like an order block. Because there might be an entry right here. Something to be logged another time. There was no entry, but yeah, definitely no entry. But still, pretty interesting to see. Yeah, some more work to be done on that one. Getting a lot of brain fatigue now. So feeling a bit tired. Oh, there we go, the end of the week. Oh, thank God for that, because I was ready to switch it off. So I'm just going to tally this up roughly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 losses, so minus 28. So yeah, minus 28. Yeah, minus 28 times 3%. So minus 28, remember. And then we've got...
Right, so I thought I'd just do a voiceover at this bit and interrupt it. So I'm just calculating everything on a calculator now using compounded results. So if you're using uncompounded at 1%, the entire week would have brought you up to 53.2%. And then if you were risking 3% of your account balance per trade, compounded, so that means with every single trade that you take, you base the next trade based on the previous balance that you've had. So if you go from £1,000 or $1,000 and you get 10% on that trade, your next trade balance starts at 1,100. Okay, so that way, if you're compounding the account at 3% risk per trade, it ends up at a gain of 376.3%, which is way better than I thought it would be. So this week I will be setting lots of alerts on my chart, and I'm going to be trying to follow this religiously. I've gone through and put everything into a spreadsheet. It's now several hours after the video had finished. And I've refined my entries a little bit better, as well as the strategy a little bit better as well. The result is slightly less, but there's less trades to take and less alerts need to be put on, so I won't be watching the chart like a hawk. But I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, make sure that you subscribe because I'm going to show the updated version next week.